Hello and welcome to SEO Secrets with Josh Pachynski. That would be me. If you've never seen the show before, we are the finest show on the YouTubes to learn about SEO. I've been doing SEO for 30-ish years. I've been doing this show for 15-ish years. I've been teaching SEO for 10-ish years. And so if you want to learn search engine optimization, including all the latest tactics with the AI overview, some people are calling it GEO, generative engine optimization. Some people call it AEO. Some people call it F9482880. No one calls it that. I'm just kidding. Some people call it really crazy things, but it is the same thing. It's search engine optimization is trying to appear in wherever people are doing a search of any kind, whether they are AI assisted or not. Doesn't really matter. It's kind of the same thing. I have a long running segment on the show. Am I broadcasting YouTube correctly? So let's go to that segment right now. Let's see here if I can hear myself. Where are my earbuds? Is there a noise? There's a noise. Yay. Okay. So if you are watching on the YouTubes later on, please give us a like and subscribe. What do the podcasters say? Hammer the like and subscribe buttons, guys. As I drink my very disgusting looking but very tasty chocolate protein shake. Well, let me tell you a story, guys. So today I was like, I'm going to do an SEO show. It's going to be great. I'm going to tell you guys about search engine optimization. We're going to make a lot more money and we're all going to be super, super happy. And then, I was shaking my protein shake before the show and I was shaking it, shake, shoo, poof, hit the ground. Now, usually I shake them in mason jars and the mason jar exploded everywhere. It looked like a crime scene. It looked like this chocolate protein is sprayed up the wall. It looked like an arterial spray from a horror movie or something. And I'm like, I have to go out here in 5 minutes. Well, how am I going to clean it? There's a glorf right up my body, just splurch right up the whole thing. Does it look like I murdered someone? It looks like I put like a chocolate dwarf. Like work with me here. It looked like I put a chocolate fairy or a chocolate elf through a wood chipper, dish, but they also had glass in them, and so glass was everywhere. And the cats were like, this is the most interesting that ever happened. So they're like, do, what's going on here, human? I'm like, fuck, cats. So my darling wife is cleaning it right now. So I could come and talk to you guys about search engine optimization. So everyone please thank my darling wife, Melissa, for cleaning that up. Isn't that marriage? Don't you always just are cleaning up from somebody else, I guess? I don't know. She probably has to clean up my messes on a regular basis, but that is okay. She is wonderful, and I love her. All right. So search engine optimization. Yes. So today's show, I wanted to focus on a little bit on local SEO. I want to talk about local, but today we're doing an Ask Me Anything. So if anybody's watching out there, please ask me anything. Might be a slow Friday. I don't know. I didn't bother making sure I had tons of bodies in here to ask me questions. But do I have really anything new to talk about? Not really. I do have some new things though. So Google has finally stopped their spam update. They had a month-long spam update, roughly. Of course, it created death and destruction. Of course, there's people crying and death and destruction, and the sky was falling, and there was a beast of some kind, a dragon, I recall, and a beast came out of the ocean, and it fought a Genetrix or something like that. I don't know. They were kung fu fighting. Of course, I'm revealing the revelation of John to you from the New Testament of the Bible. For those of you who haven't read it, I actually had ChatGPT translate it to me from the original Greek. Very interesting. Did you know you could do that? Have you ever been like, man, I really want to read Plato. I really want to read Lao Tzu. I really want to read, whatever it is. But I want to read it in the original language. I don't trust translators. I'm curmudgeon-y like that. I don't know. If this is describing you, you are a weird person, my friend. But hey, so am I. I don't trust translators. I've learned a little bit of Greek in university, and my wife, of course, was in university as well. I did an MA and we're doing PhDs. And then we quit. We said, fuck this shit. This is stupid. Anyway, so I could make a lot more money doing SEO. So I went back to that. But, hold on. I've got a message here. This is someone telling me to stop it. Stop talking, Josh. Josh, stop talking. Okay. No, but this is what I'm going to show you in a couple seconds. I'm going to show you this. Okay. So, what was it talking about? Oh, yeah. So, did you know you could do that? In ChatGPT, here's one thing you can use ChatGPT for. You can ask it to translate. You can give it the original Greek, and say, translate this, and it will translate it for you into English. You could say, hey, make sure you point out the important Greek words. I don't want a canonical interpretation or translation. I want a philosophical interpretation or translation. I want to know what the root words meant. And I want to know what choices the translator took and how they could have done it differently, because this word can mean this word can mean this. For example, completely non-SEO knowledge, did you know that the word apocalypse actually in Greek means unveiling? Apocalypse, not veiled. It's an unveiling. Just like the word for truth in Greek is aletheia, not lethia, the river Lethia, forgetting, not forgetting. Isn't that weird? Anyway, that's your weird fact for the day. So, what you can't use ChatGPT for, sadly, is SEO. You cannot use it for SEO. It will not help you for SEO. You think it'll help you for SEO. Every time you use it, it's like taking a hit of no, I don't mean to shame any lifestyle. I'm not trying to do that at all. However, back in the 80s, when you bought your drugs from sketchy, skeezy people, you didn't know if they were cutting their cocaine with glass or something. You had no idea. There's no regulations because it's all illegal. So that's what ChatGPT is like. It's like every time you're going to the ChatGPT, you're getting a hit, you're getting a snort of, man, Josh is flustered today. Or maybe not. This is how I normally am. I don't know. This is how I always am. I'm not really sure. Disgusting looking protein shake. So, yeah. So you can't use ChatGPT for SEO. Sorry, just another little thing there. So I got one guy with me, Dr. Zim. I'm going to call him Dr. Zim. So Dr. Zim, if you have a question for me in the chat, please go ahead and put it in the chat. Otherwise, if you're watching on YouTube, fire questions away on the right-hand side. I'd be happy to answer them. Okay, so this was intersected in the new. So that was the new. They just finally finished the spam update. The num 100 debacle might be over. So let's see here. Do you want to see if the number 100 debacle is over? Okay, let's see. Let me share the screen. Oh, okay, here we are on the tube views. AB says, hello to the channel and to the chat. Hello guys, how you guys doing? Thanks very much. Daniel N actually has a question. He says, how aggressive can you be with programmatic SEO? Wow, what a great question. For example, let's say you are trying to rank for person name, email address. For 100,000 of pages, how aggressive can you be? That's a great question. For that particular, so you're wanting to seed, we call this seeding the vector in Underground SEO University, which is my mentorship group. We call this seeding the vector because Google uses vector embeddings in their search engine algorithms, and you're trying to seed the knowledge graph. In this particular case, you're trying the KG, they call it the KG. You want to know how to manipulate the KG? This is how you manipulate the KG. You see, I am now synonymous with search engine optimization. I have been synonymous with search engine optimization for quite some time, I assure you. But now Google's been saying this for quite some time as well. But this is the knowledge graph. This is how you, all the different faces of Josh. This is the knowledge graph. This is how you seed it. Now, do you have to be careful about how quickly you slam documents into here to seed the knowledge graph? The answer is no, not really. You don't really have to be careful about that at all. As quickly as Google will index it, it's perfectly fine. So where you have to really, because you're seeding it on other websites, I presume. You're going to other websites and you're telling them, hey, Josh Pachynski's email is this, so that Google will pick it up. Let me give you a pro tip. Seeding the vector may not be the most efficient way of doing that. And you might have been thinking about doing it on your own site, and I would say no, don't do that on your own site. Do not put like hundreds of thousands of thin content pages that just say Josh Pachynski, email joshpachynski@gmail.com. Don't do that. That's adding hundreds of thousands of thin pages on your site is a sure way to get yourself a spam penalty. So don't do those things. However, if you're adding pages like normal, and you should, for a proper site weight, W-E-I-G-H-T, white? Is that a white? Is that a ghost? Is that a geist? I don't know. A weighty ghost? A ghosty weight? I don't know. A W-E-I-G-H-T, the weight, the thickness, T-H-I-C, the thickness of this site. Now we're spelling things. What is Josh doing? Josh is crazy. What else is in this gross-looking drink? Again, Yeshua only knows. So yes. So so don't do that on your own site. I'm not sure exactly where you're putting these pages. Definitely not your own site. It's not the place to do it. Not the place to put it. And there's better ways of doing that. Think about trust. Think about Google. Think about trust. Think about what Google trusts. And so they trust pages that will pick up. They'll pick up entity information. This is called entity information. The knowledge graph is filled with entities. What's an entity? An entity is any concept at all. It is a word from computer science lingo, from artificial intelligence specifically. Or at least that's the context in which we usually talk about it here. So these entities, you're an entity. Your name is X. You are a person. An entity has properties, right? And all the properties could be entities too. A person is an entity in the knowledge graph with properties, but those properties can also link to other entities, and it's a big graph. It's a spider web, right? So, and everything, it's the incestuous 6 degrees from Kevin Bacon connection kind of a thing. Yeah, so you need to let Google know about all your entities, about your brand name, about your URL. Those are all different entities that get very strongly connected or need to be very strongly connected. Your author name, your name, in this case, your email address, your name, address, and phone number, all those entities need to be very closely connected. How do you get them closely connected? You need to mention them. You need to mention them together in the same area, literally on many different pages. The difference is that you don't necessarily need to be making hundreds of thousands of pages. That's not the best way to do it, not even close. There's a more white hat way that's better to do it. So email me if you want more information about that. You can do both, but again, definitely don't do it on your own site. So I'll give you that free piece of pro tip, a pro bono pro tip. A pro bono bro tip? I don't know. Anyway, so okay. So what was I talking? Oh yeah, right. Okay. So let me just check something out here. Okay. So guys, if you have any more questions, by all means, thank you for asking that question. If you have any more questions, by all means, come here. Let's go to Search Console. Let's go to let's pick a site here where I know I saw it. Maybe these guys. Do these guys still exist? Okay, so yeah, they still exist. They still have a lot of traffic here. Now you notice all of a sudden there's this huge jump in rankings and the impressions go down. That's what it looks like in your Search Console. So this is when the number 100, that's what I'm still talking about. In case you're like, what the hell is Josh talking about now? Pro bono bro tip? What? That's right. You're getting a pro bono bro tip right now. And this is what it looked like in the Search Console when the num 100 was turned off. And funnily enough, as I mentioned last time, Search Console themselves were apparently using the num 100 because now the averages suddenly went from 30 on average, because that's the average position between all your spots between 1 and 100, to 13 because that's the average position of all your spots between 1 and 20 or something like that. And so the num 100 for the deeper rankings are not getting accessed by Search Console because they turned that off. If you're like, what is the num 100 that they turned off? It's this. Let me show you. It's the URL parameters here in the URL parameters here. So if I do let me just show you. So right now, just normally we're at number 10, right? Number 10. If I do no. If I do and actually say num equals 10, you see we have 10 numbers here, still the same kind of a deal. It used to be you could dial up however many you wanted here. Num 100 doesn't work no more. It just goes to 10. And now it gives you this 1, 2 thing, like you got 100 listed here, but you didn't. And if you click this, it breaks and goes to, oh, well, it does. Look, it goes to page 11 for you. Yay, you get to skip that whole thing. Look at that. So that's all the num 100 does. It used to show 100 results is what it used to show. So that's what it looked like in the Search Consoles. So look in your search consoles, guys. This was turned off around here, September 11th to September 7th. I say it's more like September 8th. Actually, here is a much more accurate date as to when that was turned off. September 8th, and you see the clicks stay more or less the same because no one's going down to page 3 or 4 or 5, so the clicks don't change, right? So that's how you know it wasn't actually a ranking change. The clicks, this blue line here, stays more or less the same. But you see the rankings jump up all of a sudden. You're like, woohoo, yay, my SEO co-piloting and my SEO university work has done us well. No, sorry, wah, 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 wah. It's actually the impressions going down. The actual amount of impressions you're getting, the eyeballs on you are going down, sadly. Oh, they had a big jump here. Look at this. They got a big jump of impressions and they got a big drop in rankings. That means in this position here, they started ranking for a lot more queries all of a sudden. And then Google tried them out and didn't like them and then went back to the normal. The clicks didn't increase during this time, and so they went back to their normal rankings. They lost all the rankings they gained here to make the average suddenly 46. They added a whole bunch of rankings on the bottom end and on the top end as well to increase the impressions. In our mentorship group, we learned to read this like a cardiologist. This is like a heartbeat. This is like an echocardiogram. I mean, we learn to read these things like a heartbeat. And I can just look at this thing and tell you the health of your SEO, the health of your site. It's really quite amazing what you can tell from this. But anyway, as you can see here, the clicks stay the same, meaning the rankings didn't change. Now, sadly, this went down and this went up, and this is indicative of right around the same time as when the num100 got turned off. And so that's what it looks like in your Search Console. And that has not changed at all. So the num100 is still gone. It's not coming back. Now, in SEO Copilot, we're fine because our API we use for scraping the top 100 SERPs to do AI-based and computerized-based knowledge competitor analysis. So you don't have to ever do that as a human again. You don't ever have to click on the top 10 results and read their titles and H1s and then try to guess how SEO works. Obviously, you don't have to do that anymore because SEO Copilot's doing it for you. And you shouldn't do that because that was never the way to succeed at SEO. That's the way to maybe rank 1 page out of 10 and fail in 6 months. Remember the rant I had last week about how don't think that SEO is just, oh, I put it in ChatGPT and it indexed and nothing happened. I guess I'm doing SEO. Yes, you're doing SEO, and yes, I want you to succeed, but don't think that's going to work long term. It's certainly not. And so the same thing with looking at competitors. Guys, why are you doing this? Why are you busting your balls? Doing it the wrong way because someone 15 years ago said to do it this way, or someone with a bald head. Why are people with bald heads so popular in SEO? I don't know, but why are you listening to them? They're not Jean-Luc Picard. You think it's Captain Picard telling you, make it so, number one? No, it's not. It's not. It's not Jason Statham who's like, I'm going to kick your ass, isn't it? Or whatever. I don't know. I don't know how his accent goes. It's more gravity. I'm going to kick your ass, ain't I? Or something like that. I don't know. So don't listen to these people. They have no fucking clue what they're talking about. They have no idea what they're talking about. I've been doing this for 30 years. I have wins upon wins upon wins to show you if you need to see them. I'm going to show you one in local SEO in just a second. We're going to talk about how he got it, a lot about local SEO. These guys don't. They don't have any wins. They don't show you. They have cooked up, I would say, in my opinion, photoshopped testimonials and graphs from 5 fucking years ago, 15 years ago. Don't believe the hype, as the Flavor Flav would say. Yeah, boy. Okay, so that's your pro bono bro tip for today. That's your bro boner pro tip. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Okay, so that's what it looks like in your Search Console if the num100 is still affecting you. So check. You should check. And it definitely makes a huge difference if you're reporting to a client or you're reporting to your own brain. One part of your brain is like, hey, brain. Yeah, brain. Look at our SEO. Okay. Oh, no, it looks terrible. Oh, shit. What happened? I don't know. Josh said something. We should listen to what he said. He said pro boner bro tip or something. Ignore that part. Okay. And this dialogue will go on in your brain. Or at least that's what happens in my brain. Okay. So, and you might do SEO for yourself. And so the client is you. So you need to go and look at that and be like, oh yeah, I wanted SEO. Look at this big line. And maybe you did. Maybe some of your rankings got better. And it could be masked by that movement in impressions and impressions and rankings, average rankings. The problem is though, if you actually have improved your SEO, the impressions will also go up, and the clicks ultimately should go up too. If the clicks don't go up and your impressions go up, then your impressions won't go up for long, as I showed you. Because Google, the major ranking algorithm in Google is called RankBrain. And how RankBrain works is that it's like a stage manager. Remember this metaphor I use? It's like a stage manager, and you're behind, you're in the green room. At first, you're in the green room, right? You're not even in the theater at first, right? Then you walk in, you get into the green room, you get stuff indexed, you're in page 100. They don't care, they don't even know. And then the stage manager sees you around page 2 or 3, and it's like, I'm going to try you in front of the audience to answer this question. I like the cut of your jib. You know, you have red apples on your shirt, you have red apples on your hat. Presumably you can answer a question about red apples. You get out here and answer this search query. And if they like your tap dance, red apples are red. Crunch into them, they're so bitey. If they like that answer, meaning if the audience applauds, and these are the users in the metaphor of the Google search engine, if the audience applauds, they're like, okay, yeah, stay there, keep dancing, motherfucker. And then you get the roses that the audience throws at you. See, it's a complete metaphor. Don't ever say all my metaphors are half-baked. This one is completely baked. It's been cooked to perfection at 400 degrees Fahrenheit in a convection oven. Now, a non-conventional oven, because it's definitely a non-conventional metaphor, that's for sure. Okay, so that's kind of what's new. You should check your Search Console for that. If you're having problems with that, email me. I do consulting. I do SEO audits. I could help you. My SEO audits are guaranteed to boost your rankings. So email me and I can help you out with that. Okay, so now today's topic, I wanted to show you, you might be like, Josh, it's impossible to get ahead in SEO. And I hear this a lot, and it can be difficult. You need a good plan. You need a good execution. You need to know what the actual ranking factors are, so you're not wasting your time. You're not wasting your time. Now I'm doing like a Bill Clinton impression. I did not have sexual relations. You're not wasting your time doing ranking stuff that is not ranking stuff. You think you're doing ranking stuff, but it's either only 20% done right and it's only 20% powerful. It's okay. It's okay. SEO is hard to learn. We're here to learn. I'm here to tell you things, and I can tell you more things. So yeah. So, but it is possible, and you can even rank without the backlinks. You know that what did Josh say? Backlinks. Those things. And let me show you. So here again, our local guru here in SEO University has published a new win. A new win here. That's Ryan. He just did our SEO 101 course for the month. He's a good guy. And he's getting these rankings here. And that was, again, as he said, end of August. You see the date. This is not, we're not photoshopping this. Only on-page and tech SEO has been done. And so that's very interesting. If you know how to do SEO correctly and you're using SEO Copilot to select the easiest niches to begin with, then you don't necessarily need to always rely on more blacky, hattery kind of techniques of purchasing the links, or again, programmatic SEO, which again is kind of a euphemism for blackout SEO. Not always though. You can do programmatic SEO completely white hat and rank like crazy, as Ryan just showed you. But you don't always necessarily have to rely on the black hat tactics. And that's why we always say, and I'm saying kind of the same thing in a different way, we always say that on-site and on-page, the front end of SEO is always the most important end. People always rush to the links. Links are the least important in many ways. They're the most risky. They're the last thing you should think about. And there's far more signals than just links. So I want to warn you guys, out of care for you. I don't want to see I don't want to see anyone fail. I want to see us make all the money possible. I want to see Google crying. I want to see Google crying like this, like, oh my God, I'm losing so much money because SEOs don't know how to do SEO. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. If someone wants to Photoshop that for me and send it to me, I'll be very happy. That's what I want to see. And in order to help you get a real, not have to Photoshop this, but a real thing of rankings, let me tell you, there's many more signals than just links. And in fact, links are the last signal we might try because they're the riskiest, take the longest time, and in many ways, they can be the most expensive. And not only the most expensive period, but the most expensive pound for pound. Pound for pound, better SEO signals might come from the very beginning of the SEO project. What is that? Well, it's even before. Is that when you look at the competitors and you do competitive research? No. One, you never do that anymore. AI does that for you because you can't do it as well as a computer. And so you're wasting time and money and you're going to lose. You're going to fail if you're manually with your eyes trying to scan competitors. And that's the basis of your learning SEO and determining how SEO works and in general and how SEO is going to work in particular here. I'm sorry, I know some people might say I sound arrogant. It's not arrogance. Do you see the gray hairs in my beard that are finally poking through after the hair dye is washing out? Do you see the gray hairs in my beard that I'm so carefully trying to contain? I've been doing this a really long time, guys, and that's not going to work for a very long time. As I said in my rant last week, you don't see the people in SEO who fail. All you see on Reddit, all you see on Reddit and Quora and places like that are people who succeeded, posting sometime in the past, and they never come back and say, you know what, actually, I failed. You would see 10,000 failed posts to one succeed post. That would be the ratio, or something stupid like that, if they all came back and reported on the final verdict on their project, on their SEO project. So we have failures. I'll show you the failures. The failures are here in SEO University. We have a wins channel and we have a fails channel. And so we know what doesn't work and we learn from it. And we know both what's going to work and what's not going to work. That's the only way you can know is by testing. So the front end of the SEO project starts with keyword research. And what do you mean keyword research? Like what keywords I should rank for? Yes. But not only the keywords you should rank for, the keywords that make the most amount of money and are easiest to rank for. Let me show you very easily how one would do this with SEO Copilot, for example. Let me see if I'm still logged in here. In SEO Copilot, you can see very easily how difficult a niche is and how much money it can make for you. And this is what you need to be basing your SEO on. You need to sort it by the easiest and move from there from the very beginning and build up site weight. You need to build all these pages. All these pages, you need to build them. Build. You need a bigger site than everybody else. And pound for pound, that's where you catch ground. That's where you gain ground on your competitors in SEO, is in the beginning where it's free. You don't have to pay per link. Like you have to pay for SEO Copilot because it's a worthy tool that saves you hundreds of hours of work and makes you thousands of more dollars and increases the level of your SEO like by 80%. Yeah, you have to pay for that, but you don't have to pay for links in that stage. There's no extra kind of tax cut like paying Google ads or something like that. And that's where you gain ground on SEO. And that's really what Ryan has done here because I taught him. I know more or less what he's doing. Although he has a lot of interesting local tactics from map pack rankings and things like that that are a little bit more specialized that I would only get into. So again, guys, if you have questions, please fire them in on the right-hand side. I'll be done this rant in just a second. Fire the questions in on the right-hand side. I'll be happy to answer any of them. If you know anybody who needs to learn SEO, if you know anybody who claims otherwise than me, get them on here. Get them arguing with me. Let's get some entertainment. Get your popcorn out. Watch us yammer on. I would be more than happy to help explain to these people how they're wrong. And because I want to help them. I don't want to see them fail either. I want to see, again, what I want to see is Google on the playground crying like this with real tears. And I want to see them, oh, the SEOs are making so much money. Oh, we can't steal their money. Oh, we stole every other niche. We can't do this. That's what I want. That's what I want. Call me batshit crazy based on this podcast today. Call me batshit crazy if you like. That's what I want to see. Okay. I want the money back in our pockets. Power to the people. I want the money back. Did I just do is this a racist thing? I don't know. You can't do anything anymore. It might be secretly racist somehow. Power to the people. I want power to the. I don't even know what to do. I want to see all the money back in our pockets because I want long live SEO and I want us to keep doing SEO. And you can keep doing SEO. It's. I guarantee you, it's good for the next 5 or 10 years. After that, and someone makes an artificial general intelligence, SEO will still exist, but by then the world will be so corrupt. You probably will have to buy some positions, and then we'll just pivot to a paid mentorship group. I'll show you how to not spend $1,000 to make $1,000. I'll show you how to spend $10 to make $1,000 because that's what we do. Anyway, but that time is nowhere near. The time is nowhere near. It's still time to do organic rankings, make money on organic traffic. You can do it. We do it. You should do it. You could do it even better now than you could before. Last time, ranking number before in the 10 blue link SERPs, ranking number 1 gave you 30% of the clicks. Now, ranking number 1 or being in the AI overview above the 10 blue links gets you 70 to 80% of the clicks. It's even better. It's a little harder to get there, but not really, not if you're doing proper SEO anyway. So again, if you want to get 70 to 80% of clicks and make money hand over fist, email me. I've got news for you. Okay. I've got new pricing as well. I've got new pricing coming down, just so you know, for my people listening to this podcast right now. I got new pricing. I got SEO Copilot, a new price for that, which I think you're going to like. And I got a new price for SEO University, which I think some people are going to like. Some people didn't like the monthly. Maybe we can do something there. Email me and with the coupon code FARFIGNUGEN. That's the one we're using. FARFIGNUGEN. Email with the coupon code FARFIGNUGEN, and I will hit you up with the new pricing and see if it works better for you and your budget. All right. So, I mean, that's fantastic. I've been yammering on for half an hour now about those things. And so again, the win we just had there was in local SEO. Now, and you do all your rankings, whether it's local SEO or global SEO, you get these rankings by front loading your effort, right? Not that you don't need off-page signals. In many competitive niches, you're going to. I'm not saying that. In many competitive niches, you're going to need off-page signals because he just made it to page 1, right? He's got to move up a little bit more. Now, there's a lot more than just off-page signals you can do. There are many other categories of ranking factors, entire categories of ranking factors with multiple ranking factors in that category other than just links. Here's the silo of links, and there's silo. There's so many different silos to gain ranking points, to crawl up the rankings before you even get to this one that everyone just jumped on. They jumped down on it in the early days. The pro bono pro tip or whatever. They just jumped on the links. Well, you can't do that as much in the same ways anymore. And there's many other off-page signals, even in that bucket of where the links used to go for off-page signals. There's far more than just links, and there's a lot more important ones and other ones you need and other ways of doing it. So again, file the questions in there, guys. Ask me anything. I don't have anything else planned after this, so ask me questions, or we all get to go have an early Friday, I guess, which would be fine too. That's fine by me. I want to answer your questions. I want to stay here forever and answer your SEO questions is what I want to do. What am I saying? I'm crazy. Today would be the day someone would be like, okay, Josh, I'll ask you a million questions. We'll stay here to 4 p.m. Pacific time. We'll stay here for however many hours it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hours? 4 hours? 5 hours, 6 hours, something like that. Okay. I wonder, has anyone ever done a 24-hour SEO-a-thon? I don't think you could do it anymore. I don't think there's enough interest in SEO anymore to do that. But anyway. Okay. A 24-hour SEO filibuster. Maybe we could do it. Okay, now my hair is driving me crazy. Oh no, the OCD is clicking in. Okay. So yeah, you really got to front load all of your SEO in the front. That's where pound for pound you make the most amount of money. And that starts with finding out the keywords you should be ranking for to begin with. I'm dead serious when I say the vast majority of SEO projects that go wrong, whether DIY, local, doesn't matter. E-commerce, SEO is SEO. It's all the same. Guys, it's all the same. There's the informational ranking product, and then there's the map ranking product. And the map ranking product is based off of the informational ranking product. Yes, it does have some of its own ranking factors, but they mix and match almost completely. So when I'm talking about SEO, by the way, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about everybody. Anyone who does SEO in Google for the main search product and for the maps. We also have YouTube in SEO University as well. We cover all of the major search engines that most people use. So you're getting the biggest bang for your buck. You're getting the biggest bang for your bro boner pro tip. You're getting, I'm going to stop with those jokes. You're getting the biggest bang for your buck when you sign on to this Josh Bashinsky mentorship group and successes and succeed in that way. And in that group, I teach to front load at the beginning, pound for pound. That's where you can catch up on competitors. You can get a bigger site weight, and there's another pro boner joke there. I won't do it. You need a bigger site weight. You need more pages, more chances at bat, more chances to try ranking, more chances to impress Google, more chances of that stage manager going, I like the cut of your jib, and then putting them in front. More making the stage manager choose you, because then you're going to see impressions go like this. You're going to see the search console, again, that orange line, the rankings go like this, and then you want to see it. Then you want to see it do this, right? You want to see the impressions go up and the search rankings go up like that. And you're like, Josh, have you guys done that? Can you prove you've done that? Yes, I can prove we've done that. Let me go here let me show you one here. This guy, I don't know, I haven't looked at his site for a long time. But if you go here, if you go back the last 16 months, yeah, I can see it in his search console there as well. See? Boom. See how he's been growing in rankings here? That is what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You see here, them looking at you and then slowly growing in rankings. That's what it needs to look like. That's what you need to see. And if you want to see the particular project I did for him, it's just a discrete project, but he's been a client off and on. Yeah, you see this? This is all SEO Copilot. This is how it starts. You see the clicks are crazy at the beginning and then fairly consistent. So boom, he's now on average ranking spot, oh, look at that, 7 or 8 for this particular content, which is all SEO Copilot content. That's how it should look, right? And I've made for him 10,000 more clicks than he would have gotten otherwise in the last yearish or so. 500,000 impressions seeing his brand. That is what it looks like. That's what you want to do. That's what we do all day, son, and we can help you do it as well. Okay, so and we can get you the wins in the local, as I showed you. We can get you the wins in global, and that's more global. And there's, again, 2 kinds of local ranking wins. There's the wins that Ryan shared that I showed you, which are actually major. Those are the informational product of Google. So like, what do you mean the main search product? This is the main search product. So this here that I showed you with the foo bar, this is the main search product. This is the main search product. The maps are on the side or on here. That's the map ranking. That's different. This is, where is it? Where's maps? Here's maps. This is map ranking. Foo bar nightclub in United Kingdom. Wow. This is maps. This back here is the informational product. So we cover both. So let me show you, let me just check here. Kitchen, right on Granite Bay. So here's maps I got put here, right? Here's the informational product. But this is the map product and map ranking embedded in the main Google search product, where the main Google search engineers work here, right? And this is a different company here. Those are the 2 products I'm talking about. And you can rank for both in one with one query, as you can see. You will rank for both with one query. And there's map rankings where you do different things. There's map rankings gets more into schema, gets more into making sure your Google business profile is fully fleshed out in various ways, certain frequencies of certain keywords, certain ways of doing that, all in a white hat way, of course. They can be very, very, you don't want to get your Google business profile suspended. So typically I teach, unless you're in a very black hat niche, I teach you should be very careful with your Google business profile. You don't want to get it suspended. I mean, I could go on. There's hundreds more things to say about how to do map rankings versus informational rankings. But there's both, right? But for all of it, you need to front load it in the beginning of the project. And so if you take away anything from today, one, Josh drinks gross looking protein shakes. It's actually quite tasty. Two, when you're shaking it, don't explode it up the wall because it gets in the way of coming down here to do SEO and to help you with SEO. Terrible. Two, have a lovely wife. Two, what number am I on now? Beta. Apple. That's the next number in the list. Apple. I literally can't remember what the list was about. Oh no, I'm crazy. I broke something right before the video. Oh, my OCD is going crazy and my autism is going bonkers. Okay. What was it? What was the list? Dr. Zim. Do you know what the list was? I don't remember anymore. So you need to front load all that SEO. The biggest bang for your buck is at the beginning of the project, not the end. And you can get page one rankings just by doing the front end correctly in many places. And especially that kitchen renos one I showed you, I've done it, which is very similar to the same kind of query that Ryan just showed, which was something like home inspection, some city. You can get number one rankings or page one rankings anyway. I got number one rankings with just on page, quite frankly. And there's a lot of different things with on page you can do. There's like 50 different ranking factors on page. The on page bucket is the biggest bucket or the biggest silo by far. And that's because really at the end of the day, Google wants to score your page the way you made it, so they can trust it was you who did it. And they can trust the signal better than, let's say, trusting a tertiary link and like, did you make it? Did you not make it? Someone else make it? They're trying to hurt you, like, negative SEO and those kind of things. They have tons of ranking factors on the on page. However, sometimes people like to tweak the on page forever and ever. They keep tweaking their title tags and tweaking their URL. Don't. That's a mistake. There are anti-SEO algorithms and they can and will hurt you. So again, if you want to learn more about that, email me. I'd be happy to help you out more with that. Okay. So, Dr. Zim, if you have any particular questions you want to ask, please, by all means, do so. Let's see if there's any final questions here on the, oh, here we go. It's the Main Street Exiles. So this is, I presume, my friend Blaine, who we used to be in bands in Winnipeg back in the day. I don't know what you're doing here, Blaine. Are you into SEO now? But he's asking a serious SEO question. Awesome, Blaine. Good to see you, buddy. I presume it could be Blaine. I presume it's Blaine. It could also be Mike, I don't know. But the Main Street Exiles asks, is there a search engine alternate to Google that you'd recommend for the average user? That's a great question. So, no. At this stage, I know everyone is really crazy about generative, the GEO. It's the new buzzword. It's the new snake oil that snake oil salesmen are trying to push. SEO is dead, and now you should be optimizing for ChatGPT. And that's complete horseshit. Look at the statistics, all right? The statistics clearly show Google still has approximately 90%, the vast majority of all search queries. And yes, ChatGPT has hundreds of millions of users, and I believe even tens of millions of them are active, because it's the active users, really, not how many people made an account and never came back to it, is typically how this is rated in these kinds of conversations. But so what, right? It's just nerds like us really using it. I love ChatGPT. As I explained in the beginning of this, I had it translate the Greek of the New Testament, and I was reading the book of Revelation because I wanted to read it in the original Greek. It was interesting because I studied philosophy, and so I like reading that kind of shit, which Blaine knows. That's it. Like you can't trust it for facts, really. You have to push against it. You have to watch it with with your magnifying glass, like a detective. You have to be very careful what it's telling you. Would you trust ChatGPT right now for a buying decision? Would you ask ChatGPT, which generator should I buy? And it tells you, and you just call the company and do it? Man, you're a trusting soul. I don't think it's quite there yet. I would at least circle that into the Google loop of seeing what the reviews and ratings are on Google and whatnot before you let ChatGPT decide what car you should buy. Like that, I think that's, I don't think people are there yet. I don't, in like 5 or 10 years, we will be there, but I don't think people are going to be there yet. So we got to see who wins this AI war. And it's Google's race to lose by far. By far, for the last 20 years, they have dominated the search scene, the search, the search sheen. They have dominated. They have. I sound like Sean. I sound like Sean Connery. Yes, money penny. They have dominated the search sheen. They have dominated the search scene for 20 plus years. And you know what the second biggest search engine after Google is? It's not Bing, it's YouTube. So it's still a Google product, right? Which still relies a lot on although it's a different company than the main search Google product, as I already explained. It relies a lot on their technology, and they pretty much get, we know this for a fact because it leaked. We have it. It's a 43 meg, 7,414 page API leak of their API documentation, which was supposed to be on a private GitHub repo, which somebody at Google, made oopsie doopsies, made they did a bigger faux pas than I did. Then boom, they made the private GitHub repo public for 2 or 3 days, and of course we noticed. We're like, oh, blah, 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 we took it all. So we can see the API that anyone at Google, anyone at Alphabet can ask to use, and it includes everything. It includes their Android services, includes web apps, it includes Google Search and all their search algorithms and all their search ranking factors. Or heavily infers their ranking factors and directly states some of them, right? Like PageRank near seed. Well, I guess PageRank nearest seed is a ranking factor, and that patent's been out forever, so, and we know how it works. So it's like, okay, thanks for letting us know it's actually in there and still used, because other ones were deprecated, like an old author profile, an old author, as I recall, an old way of doing author, an old way of doing sentiment. It said deprecated beside it, deprecated. I mean, we're like, good. We knew in the SEO industry that they moved to something new, and it was just confirmation in black and white. We're like, okay, great. Next, he asks, Josh enjoys an argument. Yes, Blaine knows this. We've had many friendly arguments. Like my AI music is substantially better than some of the music he's putting out. No, I'm just kidding. That's not true. But I'm just poking the bear there. I'm just poking the Blaine there. But that's not true at all. But yeah, funny story. Blaine can tell you a funny story about me in the Church of Scientology. But anyway, back in the old Winnipeg days, he does ask a fairly serious SEO question here, though. He says, "Is SEO why every recipe website is unusable now?" No, no, I don't think so. I think that's more having to do with them wanting to monetize, right? So yes, SEO is tied with ranking higher in Google so that you have the ability to monetize a page. But there are many ways of monetizing. It doesn't mean you have to stuff the page full of gross ads, which I'm presuming is what you're reacting to. You don't have to stuff the page with gross ads. You can monetize it in many different ways. There's many ways to monetize SEO traffic. You can rent the page out to people who want to rank there. Like you could have like a best neighborhood San Diego query ranking, and then you contact a realtor and say, hey, do you want to own this page? You want to rent it from me? $1,000 a month. There you go. Or you can build websites and sell them. If you are a subscriber to my newsletter, you would have seen my newsletter, Long Live SEO. You would have seen this week, this newsletter I just sent out on Tuesday or Monday, whatever it was, a deep dive into how you still can flip and sell websites on Flippa, what they sell for, actual hard, actionable data. For those of you who are interested in new ways of monetizing SEO, to either add to your tricks or to just to use as a trick, or to add a side hustle, a grind to add to your day job, whatever it is. It might actually eventually allow you to get out of your day job. You can flip websites on Flippa. And there's many ways you can actually increase that revenue, which I'm doing a case study now. Again, email me, join Underground SEO University, and you can see how we do that and how you can really make a lot more money than even what my email said you could if you just know some pro tips and do it in certain ways. And then of course you can do client SEO. You can be an affiliate. You can do drop shipping. You can be an affiliate for a product like Josh's herbal pills, Josh's gross protein shakes .com. Yeah. And I want a gross protein shake. I'm searching in Google a gross protein shake, and then you could sell them. And then when they click on it and make a purchase, then you get a cut of that purchase. That's how the affiliate market works, or drop shipping works. So that's ways to do it. So guys, if you have any other SEO questions, if you have any real SEO questions, please let me know. Although it's good to see you, brother. Yeah, otherwise, guys, remember, SEO is still possible. It's never been brighter. You can make more money doing it. You can make 70 to 80%. You can get 70 to 80% of the clicks of a query if you can appear in the AI overview. And we can do that. We do that all the time. It is not as easy as it used to be, but it definitely is not so hard that it's impossible. SEO is definitely not dead. Although if all the other idiots out there believe that, that's fine for us, because we have more money then. There's more money for us to go after. The queries get easier. I keep seeing easy, very easy and average in SEO Copilot, which on queries that 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago would have been very hard to, very tough to not recommended. When you see not recommended in SEO Copilot, that means I don't recommend you start with it. And I don't recommend you base your business off it, because it's the hardest to get and it'll take the longest to get. And it'll be the most expensive to get there and the most expensive to keep there. So that's what the words not recommended means in SEO Copilot. It means I don't recommend you to start with this. You can end up there, but it shouldn't be the main point of your business, nor should it be the where you try to start your SEO. Because by the time you're ranking, it'll be 12 months down the road, and you will spend $20,000 trying to do it. So unless you have a deep war chest to try and get that not recommended query, payday loans or something, I wouldn't recommend basing your business around it or starting on it. Okay, guys, let's see. All right, well, that's about that. Again, thanks for joining, everybody. Dr. Zim. Thank you, Dr. Zim, for joining. Thank you, the Main Street Exiles. If you are in Winnipeg, or if they tour, I don't know, but if you're in Winnipeg and you want to see the best, what's the name again? Rolling Stones. If you want to see the best Rolling Stones cover band in the world, and you are in Winnipeg, go see the Main Street Exiles. I can personally vouch for their authenticity. The guitar kicks are the most authentic guitar kicks that exist on the planet. The wigs are the best wigs. No, all joking aside, very good guys, and they make very good music. You'll be having a great time listening to great versions and renditions of awesome Rolling Stones songs. I don't know. Do you guys tour? Are you touring? Do you tour at all? Or I don't even know if he's here anymore. Probably just came in, dropped some argumentative questions, and then left. But that's fine. All right, guys. So I'll leave you there. So guys, again, SEO in some ways has never been brighter, because you've never had access to 70 to 80% of, not since like 2001, you haven't had access to 70 to 80% of any particular search query. You can make money hand over fist, and now is the time to do it. Now is the time to go hard into SEO. Go hard into this. While everyone else is running away and leaving the Walmart exposed with the doors open, you should be running in there and loading up carts and doing whatever else. Pick your metaphor, because these people, this is something my autism is saying. Don't say. I have a red klaxon going off in my head, so I won't say it. My autism has told me not to say it. I didn't want to say it. Don't want to say it. Don't want to make it true. So I won't. Okay, I've said enough. There's been enough pro bono pro tips today. All right, great. So email me if you have any questions. If you're interested in the new pricing for SEO University or for SEO Copilot. If you want to learn more about how you can make money in SEO, you want to learn more about any things that I mentioned today. If you have a quick question, I'm happy to help you out. Let's get more money, guys. Let's make SEO great again. And I will see you guys.